And welcome back to our final part in this process, which is going to be mixing the lacquer and applying it to our finished rod. Before you mix the lacquer, make sure you take your rod and just make sure that there's nothing that you're going to be needing to fix before you put the lacquer on. If you put the lacquer on and then you notice that you have a big gap or something like that, well, you're kind of stuck. And you have a real mess to try to take care of. But otherwise, once you get that and you're happy with everything, now it's time to put the lacquer on. I took what I'm using here is the LS Supreme Duraglass. Here I have the resin compound, and here I have the hardener. And the instructions say to, I had this soaking in hot water for 10 minutes, as per the instructions, with the resin. The resin gets a little thick, so soak it in hot water, it thins it right up. I'm going to take my cup, going to take my hardener syringe, remove the cap, and as per the instructions, it says to take 3 cc's, this is a 3 cc syringe, suck 3 cc's up into the syringe with the hardener first, and then with the other syringe, go ahead and take the resin out and put the resin on top of the hardener. I'm just going to, the hardener is very thin, so you have to be careful. Just going to put it in there, and I'm going to suck it up. And I'm going to bring my marker up to, I've got an air bubble in there, I'm going to push it out. Okay, I have my 3 cc's of the hardener. Go ahead and push that out into the cup. No, that wasn't a whole lot. So you're going to get several. If you buy this, you'll get a few applications with it. Go ahead and wipe that off and put the cap back on. Now I'm going to take the resin, and you want to use different syringes, because if you use the hardener syringe with the resin, what's going to happen is it's going to cure in there. I'm going to pull that up to the 3 mark. And I'm going to put that on top of the hardener. Let's go ahead and push all of that out. And I'm going to clean my syringe. I put that syringe in a little bit deeper on that one. I didn't get any bubbles. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the caps on. Black cap goes on the hardener. White cap goes on the resin. Now I'm going to take my popsicle stick, and what it says to do is to mix it, but it says to actually turn the cup like a cement mixer. You could kind of get it on the side and turn it, and after about 30 seconds or so it will turn cloudy, says it's better to mix like the cement mixer, so I'm just going to keep going like that. I'm holding it to the side, scraping the side as I'm going. I'm going to continue wrapping or stirring this, and I'm going to show you how easy it could be. It could be as simple as cutting some V's in a cardboard box to hold it, and then you could put your finish on just like this. If you don't have a rod turner, you would have to turn it like 180 degrees, you know, halfway, about every 6 or 7 minutes for about 2 hours, and so that way it will level off. I have a rod finisher, so I'm going to, as soon as I get my butt section, all I have is the hook keeper that I need to apply the finish to. So as soon as I get that out, I'm going to hook it up into my keeper. I might actually get a couple of the sections done. Then I'm going to put it in my rod turner, and I'll get the other ones, and as it turns, it's going to, I have over here, I have another V that is for the, hold up the other end of the rod. So I'm going to just do this one first, and then I'm going to put the whole rod into my turner, and then I'm going to do it that way. So I'm just going to take it, I'm going to use my same spatula that I had, and I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to turn it as I'm putting it on. You don't have to drown them, but you do want to make sure that you get them, especially around the feet. That's the place where you'll have the most problems with missing. I'm going to put it on. On the longer ones, you could go ahead and brush it the long ways. And this is going to self-level, especially after I get it in the rod turner. Just want to make sure I get it all the way, get all of the finish on there. Now, if you've ever made a rod before, you might be thinking, why didn't I put color preserver on there? You could put color preserver on your thread, and it works really good. It keeps that color. You might notice on this, the color is going darker, and I wanted it to go darker, so that's why I didn't use the color preserver. Now, if there's any small bubbles on there, they're just going to come out as it levels out. You're only going to have some small bubbles, if that. I'm going to go ahead and turn that butt section. Get a little bit less. I want to make sure I get it good by the feet, because like I said, that's where you have the most problems with the feet not getting enough. And that's really where it's most important, I would say. And you also want to make sure that you get it slightly, that you take the finish off the end of the thread slightly. You don't need anything special. You can use a brush, but as you can see, I'm just using the popsicle stick and I'm turning it, and this is working out great. I'm going to turn that one again. Just be careful you don't touch the spots that you already actually using this box, I think, is actually helping me out more. Even though I have a rod turner, put it on like this and then put it into the rod turner. A little bit too much on there. A little bit too much on there. Turn that. Turn that. That's good. Okay, I'm looking good. So now I'm going to put it into my rod turner. I'm going to assemble this quickly. Doesn't really matter if I have it aligned. I just need to have it assembled. Now I'm going to put it in my rod turner. I want to make sure that my inside my rod turner, I actually have a piece of cardboard so that I don't put any, because this chuck just has 3 thumb screws in there to hold it, and you only need enough pressure on there to actually get the rod moving, to keep the rod moving. Okay, now I'm going to plug it in. And now it's going to self-level. Now that's going to self-level, and I'll leave this on for 8 hours at least, or more. Although after about 3 or 4 hours, it's going to be pretty much leveled out and to that point where it's not going to drip anymore, but I leave it running for quite a while. Move my box away. I'm going to clean up my stuff here. But before I do, just let me say thank you very much for watching. I hope that you really hope that you learned something. Please visit my sponsors, and I'll be back tomorrow to show you the finished product. I'll show you another rod that I did. I'll show you the finished product, and happy fishing. Hope you do well this year on the streams and the lakes. Most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.